Wealth day, and wealth day once again. What's up, 23% Nation? Your boy Coach D is back. And guys, yes, we're still talking about the 10 keys to staying motivated. Why? For peak performance, all the while inspired by the one and only Delatorro McNeal II. So without any further delay, guys, let's go ahead and dive into what I think is the seventh key. Perfect. I'm right. All right, guys, I want to welcome you to Wealth Day. Now, you probably are already familiar with Wealth Day. That's right, guys. It's day 7 of the 23% challenge. Hence, it's the seventh key to staying motivated for peak performance. So some of us are already familiar with Wealth Day, but for those of us that are brand new to the 23% challenge, maybe you're not. And so in this video, not only am I going to give you the details about Wealth Day, but I'm also going to show you just how Wealth Day can keep you motivated towards all of your hopes, all of your dreams, and all of your soon to become wishes. All right, so when is Wealth Day? Well, guys, it's the 7th day of every month. Now, let's quickly recap. The 23% challenge only lasts 1 week, and that happens to be the first 7 days of every month. So whether it's January 7th, April 7th, June 7th, October 7th, it'll always be Wealth Day. Now, another question is, what do I do on Wealth Day? All right. Well, you're going to basically do 2 things. Number 1, you're going to create your own wealth experience. Also, you're going to memorize and you're going to recite a wealth affirmation. Now, I do understand that some people out there may not be familiar with a wealth experience, but don't worry, guys. I'm going to let you know exactly what to do during your wealth experience. All right, so here are the details. The purpose of the wealth experience is to engage in an activity that gives you the feeling of being wealthy. Now, if we look at the word wealthy, it simply means to have an abundant supply of something. Now, that something should hold some type of value. Now, whether it's an emotional value, whether it has a monetary value, ultimately, we're going to leave that up to you. But for the sake of this particular video series, staying motivated for peak performance, we want our wealth experience to involve something that is tied to monetary value. That's right, guys. So whatever your wealth day experience ends up being, it should be an activity that involves you surrounding yourself with things that are luxurious, with things that cost a little more than what you currently have in your bank account. Okay? Why? Because we want to give ourselves the feeling of being wealthy, of being abundant and prosperous, and ultimately being rich. Okay, now 23% Nation, I know you guys are yelling at me, Coach D, we need more specifics. All right, so don't worry, I'm gonna hook you up. Okay, so here we go. Now, when we talk about creating an experience of luxury, this is what we're talking about. How about you go visit a very fancy car dealership, right? So what's the brand of your favorite car? Is it Maserati? Is it Bentley? Is it Cadillac, BMW, Mercedes? You let me know, okay? How about you go visit a high-end store? That's right. So it could be any high-end designer such as Gucci or Prada or Fendi. How about you go visit a luxurious home? How about a mansion? How about a penthouse? How about a condo on the beach worth upwards of $3 million, right? How about you go visit a fancy art museum? For all of my art lovers that are out there, I'm sure you would love to do this. What about a fancy hotel? Now here in South Florida, we have South Beach, and South Beach is full of fancy hotels. How about the W? Okay. Now, there are other ways to engage in a wealth experience, right? I mean, you could go to a workshop, all right? Or you can go to a conference, something that is going to give you the feeling of what it feels like to be very wealthy. So there you have it, boys and girls. For those of you who are looking for specifics, take any of those ideas and make it happen. All right. Now, I know that some people are still skeptical, okay? And that's absolutely okay. And you're probably asking yourself the question, why should I do this? Well, number one, it's going to keep you motivated. You see, you probably have seen something, you probably have spoke to someone who gave you an initial idea or created some thought in your head. Well, that's motivation. Someone sparks something to make you think a little more, right? Reason number two, why you should do this is because it's going to make you realize that your dreams are attainable. That's right, guys. All it takes is a little bit of hard work, some positive emotional things taking place in your life, and ultimately it will definitely allow your dreams to become true. And the third reason why you want to do this is because Wealth Day is going to create something that we call momentum. That's right, guys. Momentum is definitely where it's at. So allow me to define the word momentum for you. It is strength or force gained by motion or by a series of events. So imagine this. You're at the top of a mountain and it's snowing. So you're at the top of a snowy mountain and you create a very small snowball. And all of a sudden, you put the snowball on the top of the mountain and then you give it a little push. And all of a sudden, the snowball begins to roll down the hill. It begins to roll down the mountain. Now, what you'll notice is that as the snowball continues to roll downward, it'll not only pick up mass, but it also picks up speed. That's right, guys. So in other words, Wealth Day is going to allow you to become the snowball. That's right, guys. Like I said before, maybe you saw something. Maybe you spoke with someone who gave you an idea. So ultimately, they motivated you, right? But oftentimes, when we don't see results happening fast enough, we lose our momentum. You see that? So motivation is what's going to get you started. It's the initial spark, but it's the momentum that keeps things flowing. It's the thing that gives you the strength, it gives you the force in order to keep things moving. In other words, momentum is required for progress. So the next part of Wealth Day is that, guys, you gotta adopt a wealth affirmation. That's right, a wealthy affirmation, which is basically a very short statement that allows you to feel as if the thing has happened. That's right. So what I want to do right now is I want to share with you a few of my personal favorite wealthy affirmations. So here we go. I am wealthy. Another one. Wealth flows to me easily and effortlessly. I love that one. My positive affirmations bring me wealth and prosperity. Also, I am worthy of receiving more wealth. Yes, you most certainly are. I see abundance and prosperity everywhere. That's right, because it is everywhere. And last but not least, I am passionate about building wealth. So there you have it, guys. You got 6 wealthy affirmations. Now, there are many, many, many more, but those are just 6 that I wanted to share with you that I think you can easily memorize and recite during your Wealth Day, which, by the way, is the 7th day of every month. Coach D's tips. That's right, guys. I want you to have a very successful and a momentum-filled wealth day. So I want to share a few tips with you that I believe will help make your wealth day very, very successful. Tip number 1 hour. Now, understand something. During your wealth experience, you're going to be visiting different places. You're going to be talking to different people. You're going to be doing different things. So what I would like for you to do is to make sure that you set aside at least 1 full hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours to fully enjoy your wealth experience. Tip number 2, say yes. That's right, guys, with a capital Y-E-S. In other words, become a yes person, become a yes man, become a yes woman. Really what that means is, if somebody offers you something, let's say you go to a Cadillac dealership, like I did, okay? And they want to offer you a massage. They want to offer you coffee. They want to offer you water. They want to offer you some food. Don't say no, say yes. Because remember this, you are there to enjoy everything. That's right. So if a salesperson offers you coffee, or maybe you go into a department store, maybe someone offers for you to try something on, then just say yes. Don't say no, just say yes. Tip number 3, dress to impress. Remember, Wealth Day is all about you experiencing luxury. That's right. But now here's the thing. You're not necessarily dressing to impress someone else. Oh no, this is about you ultimately impressing yourself. So please, while you are experiencing your wealth experience, you definitely want to be dressed so that when you go out, people pay you a compliment. That's right. And if someone pays you a compliment, and I'm sure they will, all you have to do is smile, nod, and say thank you. And last but not least, this is Coach D's 4th tip. No money is required. Yes, I do understand that we want to give ourselves the feeling of being wealthy. We want to experience luxurious items, right? But I didn't say you had to spend a whole lot of money. So if you find yourself at a very expensive restaurant, there's nothing wrong with ordering the cheapest thing on the menu. Question of the day, question of the day, and question of the day once again. 23% Nation, go ahead, answer this question. What are your plans for Wealth Day? That's it, guys. We have inquiry minds. We definitely want to know. So here's our question of the day once again. What are your plans for Wealth Day? Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. I'm signing out, and never ever forget, Coach D loves you. God bless, take care, and I'll definitely be back with my next key.